Shalom, it's Sophie Carrots. Hello, so we're going to be doing earth elements. Earth elements. Earth elements. Earth elements. Okay, so you guys, if you do know, I was spiritually down, physically down this week, so I'm back. I'm better. Had to get all that tapped in. Can't tell you what to do if I don't know what to do for myself. But I knew what to do for myself. I just had to do it for myself. If you guys are interested in a personal reading, I have all the information in the description box. Please make sure you email me. I'll respond to you and then bring that back to you in a timely manner, okay? So yes, we're going to be doing just a rolling of dice. I'm just going to do a random message for you guys. So this is going to be for Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. All right, so we have the dice 1 through 20. Okay, wow, crazy. So we have 1. 1 was, I knew that was going to happen. So 1, and then I'm going to pull for a sign, and then we have Libra. So you guys could definitely be dealing with a Libra or needing to channel Libra energy, okay? So what I'm going to be doing is pulling an oracle. I was going to do a Celtic reading, but I was like, I don't know if I have time to do all 4 and this, okay? So let's get this popping. Just read this for each of you guys, okay? Because I was trying to figure out what type of format I had did beforehand, okay? Okay, so these are the 3 cards for you guys. So let's do, who did I say first? Pick the card which resonates, of course. So we have the ℍ𝕒𝕗𝕗, okay? So I'm going to pull on that in a minute. And then we have the hawthorn, okay? Really, really pretty. And then we have the coal hazel. I like that. That is so pretty. Okay, so let's see, 8. So think about the numbers 8, 6, and 9. 8, 6, 9. Damn, you fine. Okay, so 8, 6, and 9. Because those are going to be very significant too, and writing your synchronicities. I definitely recommend writing notes. I've been getting, of course, because I've been like spiritually backed up as far as like, you know, delivering messages. You guys may have something very significant in here. If you guys would like to follow me on the Recos, I do also have the weekend reading for you guys available over there, okay? So this is going to be, you guys pay attention to the letter T, okay? So any words with T, the totem are going to be swans, okay? So pay attention to swans. Maybe you guys need to watch the movie Black Swan. Just to really see the characterization between, and the duality between the black swan, oh, that's the movie, and, you know, how she was in her normal active life, okay? Some of you guys can definitely be switching back and forth, because I had, even on my Twitter page, at the Sophie Carrots, and the weekend reading for them, theirs was the Friday theme was sun, and then their Saturday theme was the moon, okay? So it's definitely like a day and night energy that's going to be, you know, you're going to be channeling and going through. So the key word is going to be justice, okay? So something just is going to be coming about, protection, fighting strength, but also assertion and action, okay? So one that asserts itself, and then one that actually moves with the action that the one is asserting, okay? Vigor, direction, and purpose, balance, relationship, father, and paternity, okay? So moving into that energy as well, okay? So if you get this in a reading, you're offered the ability to defend yourself and defeat your enemies, okay? So that's going to be really important, but it's also about fighting your soul's battles. And then we're going to move into 6, which is the hawthorn, okay? So you guys pay attention to the letter H. So you guys been dealing with somebody with the name H, etc., etc. And the totems are going to be the fairies and the white stag. Okay, so that's, I think stag means horse. So pay attention to anything that has that type of symbolism on them. Pay attention if you see a Porsche, or if you see like any white vehicle. And then just pay attention to those things, okay? And then the keywords are going to be cleansing, purification, but also chastity and abstinence, okay? So some of you guys can be forced into abstinence. Do not try to break that because you're eager to be touched, you're eager to be loved, you're eager to be, because that was something like, that was some of the downloads I was getting this week as well. But I also recommend putting the, what is this? The carnelian on your twat or your cock, okay? On your cock. Okay, but there's also sabbatical, preparation, magic, protection of the sacred, okay, but also sacred marriage. So some of you guys can definitely be wanting to attract and vibrate and ascend yourself to that type of like that sacred marriage. So you have to be kind of putting yourself in that bodily position. And I can definitely tell you guys, because I've been abstinent for a great while, and every time I get like close to kind of like finding a revelation, like my body goes through another rejuvenation. It tells me like closer, like you get closer and closer and more hints about who your divine partner is, okay? So continue being on that path. If you guys have been having like a dry spell, don't try to break it out of desperation. Really stick to that. And then 444 is passing, okay? So when you get this in a reading, it is a sacred time in preparation for meaningful birth experience, but also some of you guys could definitely be dealing with a pregnancy alone, okay? And that's okay, because you want to make sure that you are spiritually being prepared to handle that responsibility on your own with that child, and then, you know, what it needs to learn from you, okay? And I'm gonna say this, and I know it's offensive, but some people are karmically meant to either be, you know, single parents, okay? Because again, that partner may not have what that child wanted in his life and ordained, okay? So every time you have, like, you have a spiritual contract with a child and you're carrying it, you have to remember that it is, I mean, for me, like, I wasn't like super present in my paternal life, and that wasn't because, you know, I mean, you know, it could have been other reasons. We're not gonna go into it, but, you know, I basically chose to handle karmic lessons or physical lessons with my mother, my maternal, okay? Not saying that that person was completely absent, but I didn't need as much physical contact with this person, okay? So remember that as well when you guys are thinking about the contract that your child signed up for, 555, not just the one you have fantasized or idealed about, okay? I think I made a tweet about it. I did like a little thread, but that was neither here or there, okay? So pay attention to the letter. This is the code, the hazel. So pay attention to the letters, the C and a K, okay? And then the totems are going to be hare, so that's another fertility, the tortoise and turtles, but also crab and salmon, okay? So paying attention to the aquatic, fertility, water, emotions, etc., okay? So the keywords are water, the moon, bounty and abundance, intuition and wisdom, and then also insight, knowledge, sage advice, okay, divination, poetry, creative pursuits, higher perspective, but also clarity, okay? So when you get this, it's also telling you to become more into your feminine nature, and also the lunar principle of receptivity and mystery, okay? So it's also telling you to gain and move and make yourself available to higher wisdom, higher knowledge, and then tap into your spiritual heritages, okay? So that's going to be that. I'm going to just pull a few cards on this. So we only have one, so I'm just going to pull one for the overall theme. So you guys basically have more to talk about on that. So I'll pull whichever one works for you, okay? So we have the sun card. So remember I talked about the, you may go over there on my Twitter and follow me if you guys do have one. But the sun card comes back in to really, especially, you know, paired up with the holly, you have that conversation with, you know, your spiritual self to really kind of move into vibration with taking the opportunities that you have, allowing yourself to have a clean slate, really really replenishing your spirit to get into abundance, get into alignment, get into and then here again, their white horse, okay? I think that was for the hawthorn, but that white horse in those yellow flowers and that sunflower energy is coming in to kind of, again, reaffirm you that you're about to be moving on something. Horses are fast, okay? Horses are trained, they're disciplined, they're movement is also the birth of a child, so moving into your natural talents. But some of you guys could definitely be, again, I feel like I'm getting maternal, like I'm getting maternal energy right now, okay? So we have the 3 of swords and the tower, okay? Because you didn't expect it, but you also knew spiritually you had to walk away from something, okay? Because it wasn't your ideal situation. You can't fight the idealism. You can't fight someone to be more available to your ideals than you were prepared to be disciplined and wait for, okay? So keep that in mind as well. But yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? Because sometimes you got to be like, okay, well, damn, this, I didn't have the gump or the, and I'm just going to be, you know, I got to be straight honest. You didn't have the patience to wait for what was ordained for you, especially when we talk about the sacredness, okay? So as, again, some of you guys can be tracking a Leo partner as well, okay? So then we have the judgment. Again, that's a judgment call. You had to make the judgment call. Moving out of desperation, moving sexually out of deception, being easily influenced because you are, again, looking to fill a position in your life. And you were moving into what was being juggled, okay? So you were moving into the energy instead, okay? So sometimes, again, sometimes it's about going on that road, that solo dolo road by yourself, that you know what I mean, the full energy, and then you juggling that. It's like, okay, well, if I go into that by myself, then I know that I'm going to have to go through the real true loneliness, the real true bondage of my own energy, okay? And a lot of times people don't like to be bonded to themselves, don't like to be binded to themselves, don't like to uncover what is their binding. And you guys are coming out with 2 major kind already, okay? So like I said, you want to be the wife, or you want to be the husband, or the person that's well taken care of and, you know, able to be feminine, you know, in your feminine nature. But these 2 are already saying that I have to have compassion with myself to know that others are going to try to betray that energy and make me believe that I am not on the right path, or I'm not on a divine path, okay? Because we got the 2 of Cups, so that was like that was literally like next, okay? sometimes, like, literally, I just feel like I just see like an interception coming in, like, and you guys know how football go. There's an interception when you're about to make a play, or you're about to make a pass that are going to be beneficial for your entire being, your entire life, your entire future. So now you have to, again, not saying that you're rerouted, yeah, you do get rerouted. So now you have to, again, so when a child comes in, or this human comes in and intercepts that, it's kind of like, okay, if you would have went that way, you would have found yourself facing the same, like, in a sense, the same karmic energy that your child would have been in, but be able to feel, but now they have to feel it out. Like, literally, I feel like when children come, they now have to feel it out. You know what I'm saying? Just because, again, now you have to, again, master the masculine and feminine. You have to reaffirm to yourself moving forward in front of another person, in front of an audience. So, like, basically, I just like a child, because the child watches everything. They're like literally a recorder of everything that, you do. So, and that's that judgment. They make those judgment calls, like, okay, this is what, and then again, they come in to be like your little. They're not an experiment. A child is not an experiment, but they're that mirroring that you need, okay? They're that mirroring to really show you, like, again, that inner child healing that you were not ready to accept. 11-on-1. But anyway, it's just about that, okay? So I hope this reading doesn't offend you, but I just wanted to bring clarification to those energies that I feel like are important for those who can prevent it to tackle now, those who can meet themselves where you need to meet yourself, to be in a receptive form, to, consistently, even, again, and consistently give yourself that compassion that you desire, and consistently give yourself that idea, that resurgence, that, like, that full attention. Like, the attention that you're seeking from other people are usually the attention you do not give to yourself. And that's just period, poo, okay? I love you guys, earth signs. I don't see any earth energy here, but I definitely see cups. So definitely in the next coming months, you guys are going to be moving into the vibration of becoming more receptive, meeting your masculine with your feminine with compassion, but also being able to judge people and the ones that you love with true discernment. That way you would discern yourself, okay? Because you can only see yourself how you see others. You can only see others how you see yourself, okay? So allow yourself to gain more proper analysis of those black boxes, those that like Pandora box energy. So allow yourself to really analyze those areas. If that was open, 12-12, if that was open, would I be able to address all those things that are opened? If that was you know what I mean? So you guys get what I'm saying? Okay, so I love you guys so much. I'll see you in the next reading. This is for Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. I love you so much. And make sure you subscribe. Continue coming to my diamond family. I did lose a few subscribers by taking a break, but I was like, y'all must have didn't care about me anyway. All right, so, and again, make sure you book your personal reading if you are interested.